Hey, what's going on everyone? I'm the OPJellicent and we're battling for week number 7 of season number 7 of the WPL right here, up against SpanicAtTheDisco and his New York Rangers. Definitely a very solid player. We've actually battled once in the past in season number 3 of the ICBA, and I did manage to come on top right there on the back of like Hiram Black and Necrozma, but this is definitely a very tough match right here. We both have the same record. I believe I am the 2 seed at 5-1, and he is the 4 seed at 5-1, so this is a really big game right now, so definitely want to try to pick up a win right here. So let's just go ahead and hop into the matchup. We're actually bringing a pretty unique team right here. A lot of standard sets, but then we have some unique sweepers like the McMortal, as you guys will see. So, but our first one right here is an Assault Vest Cobalion, which is really designed to help me take on that Hiram Black. We can take any sort of Fusion Bolt, we take like 30%. We can take Earth Power, assuming he's not Specs, and we can hit him back with the close combat. The one thing that I do have to be careful about is after I take close combat drops, I am actually pretty susceptible to going down to a lot of attacks due to the stat drops, of course, so that's definitely something I do have to keep in mind. Our next Pokemon right here is our McMortar, which is actually running a Belly Drum Flame Charge set with return, so that's my primary win condition this week. There's a few things that are stopping it, definitely something like the Gardevoir. If I don't have a Flame Charge boost, I won't outspeed that. I do need a bit of damage on the Flagon to outspeed it, or to knock it out with Mach Punch, but if I do get a Flame Charge up, I OHKO that with return. I need to get a ton of damage on Mudsdale, and then I actually need a bit of damage on Hiram Black to knock that out with Mach Punch too, so a few things that need to happen for our McMortar to sweep, but it is definitely possible right here. Then we have a Fizzed Up Silvally Fairy right here, pretty much designed to help me take on the Flagon, as well as the Sharpedo. Even after a Dragon Dance, an Iron Tail from Flagon's doing like 60% at max, and then we pretty much do a ton of damage with the multi-attack to that thing. And then Sharpedo is doing like 40% max with the Poison Jab, so Silvally is really great right here. Just want to try to keep that thing healthy until the Flagon and the Sharpedo are gone. Then we have a Mega Deontay right here, which is running a Rock Polish 3 attacks variant. Really nice win condition right here. Has an amazing matchup actually. I just need a bit of damage on the Gardevoir as well as the Mudsdale, and I need to scout for whether it's Assault Vest Tangrowth or not, as well as potential Aqua Jet Sharpedo, and then Mega Deontay should be able to come through right here. Then I have a Reuniclus right here, which is also running Assault Vest like my Cobalion. It's able to pivot on stuff like the Gardevoir, as well as it doesn't really care about Tangrowth. Obviously, Knockoff is kind of annoying, but it's just a pivot mon. It actually has a Regenerator, not Magic Guard, because since we can't run Recover, I definitely want that sort of recovery. And then completing our Regen core right here is our Tornadus, which is actually running a modest set with the Skyplate, so Hurricane Spam is really good against his team actually, and hopefully Tornadus can do some work right here, and let's just go ahead and get into it. So he leads off with a Mudsdale, which is a really smart play, named after Darkest Devil's brand, but I'm unfortunately not going to do anything with my Shattered Psyche. I think I actually said this was Skyplate. That was actually last week. This is definitely Shattered Psyche. It was 4 Toxapex, and unfortunately he completely eats that up, so it's showing me that he is a Spidef set, and he can basically click a Rock move or go for Rocks and do whatever he wants right here, so he is going to opt to go for Rock Slide, and that's pretty bad. Shows me that he doesn't have a ton of attack investment, but I can go right here for the U-turn and bring out my Reuniclus, since it's literally the only thing that wants to take an Earthquake. Could have gone Silvally, but as I said, I do need to keep that healthy. And right here, I'm just going to go for the Psychic to try to 2-hit KO him, but unfortunately, I get the roll that puts him in range of the Berry. I'm pretty sure that only had like a 30 to 40% chance of happening. But right here, I'm just going to put him in range of my Moonblast, and as I said, I knew at Team Prep this Mudsdale was going to be a huge problem, and it definitely did a ton of work right here. Really unfortunate, but I can check out with my Mega Deontay. He's just going to stand, seeing as though he doesn't really have any sort of Moonblast switching. I'm assuming it was Fizdaf Tangrowth that held out with my Zygarde, but just going to go out into my Tornadus right here on the Giga Drain, which is not a big deal at all. And right here, I can just go ahead and defog these rocks away real quick, help out my McBelly Drum McMortar in the back, and that's really going to help me. I guess he wanted to try to predict the Earthquake. I guess he maybe expected Cobalion or Deontay, but I can go for the Hurricane right here. Get a nice confusion, and I'm not going to bank on any sort of Hurricane not KOing or a confusion. Just going to U-turn right here into my Cobalion. As he goes through the Psyshock, doesn't do a ton. Actually, Hyper Voice would have done more even without Assault Vest, but I try to Volt Switch out here. He brings out Flagon, which is unfortunate, but I have a dedicated Flagon resist, which is my Silvally Fairy right here. So as I said, this is not a Z-Mon, so he really is forced to switch out. I just go for multi-attack, and it was basically my best thing to hit everything. Goes out onto this thing, of course, and I can bring in my Tornadus right here, and once again, no Hurricane switch into my opponent's part, so as long as I can hit right here, I'm going to knock something out, and he just gives me the Tangrowth, and it goes down in one hit, so That's really amazing. Now, here's where the match starts to get sort of interesting. I know Z-Hale definitely has some potential. I have an Assault Vest Cobalion, which can ideally take any sort of hit from that. If he has Modest Earth Power as a roll, I believe I have a 30% chance to live, but I definitely have Pokemon that can take hits from a special attacking set. Like my Silvally Fairy can Parting Shot out, I can go Deontay and set up, and then at this point I pretty much just win with that, because he told me that he's not Aqua Jet Sharpedo, so let's just go ahead and see what happens right here. So I'm going to go out into my Cobalion on the Z-Hale, and he's obviously going to get those boosts, and since I take hail damage, that was actually pretty crucial. He's able to knock me out with the Earth Power, so I had a 30% chance to live that, woo, and unfortunately I did not get that roll in my favor, so now I'm kind of forced to go out here into my Silvally and take some unnecessary damage, but this is totally okay, because what I can do right here is, since I see that he's probably max special attack, I'm assuming that he doesn't have Iron Head right here, and if he does, he'll click it, so what I can do is actually Parting Shot out here, give him the stat drops, go out into my Mega Deontay, hit him up with that Rock Polish, and I'll be able to win the game that way, because he's not Aqua Jet Sharpedo, as you said, and that was definitely my plan right here. So, unfortunately, he goes for the Ice Beam, and he's going to freeze me right here, and that pretty much was a huge setback to the game right now. Now, right here, I kind of choked. I clicked multi-attack right here, instead of going for the Parting Shot again, but really the freeze just completely threw me off, and then I didn't go for the Parting Shot. My idea there was, after I got frozen, I wanted to make sure that I can do some work with my Magmortar, because I do need damage from Mach Punch, of course, and at this point Magmortar looks really good right here too. So despite the fact that I choked, we still have a really great shot at this match right here, because of the fact that I can obviously go out into Deontay after, and Deontay lives Earth Power 7 out of 10 times, and I Rock Polish and win anyway, so that's definitely very cool. Hail is about to go down as well right here, so this is the last turn of Hail. He's going to use it to go for the Earth Power, and right here, even though I choked, I had 2 chances to win. This is my second chance right here. I have a 7 out of 10 chance to live this Earth Power. I go for the Rock Polish, and I win the game right here. So let's see what happens. He gets the roll with the Earth Power right here. I go down, and that's pretty much just going to lock it up in his favor. So I know I choked not going for a Parting Shot the second turn after I thought out, but I'm not going to get the roll here with Magmortar either. It wouldn't have mattered because Flagon lives every time. He's going to Earth Power, and then Ice Beam's going to knock me out. So we just got super unlucky. That's really all there is to say about it. I know I choked, but I guess the freeze kind of threw me off. I was pretty annoyed about that at the time, and I just kind of went for multi-attack and tried to go for the Magmortar sweep. Unfortunately, nothing ended up working out, and unfortunately, I really had a chance at this match. Had I just gotten the initial Parting Shot off on the turn I got frozen, I go Deontay, Rock Polish, and win the game. Or I bring out Deontay after, I live the Earth Power 7 out of 10 times, and then I Rock Polish and win the game that way. But unfortunately, neither of those situations ended up happening, and that's just how the cookie crumbles sometime, but we're still, I believe, top 4 or top 5 in the league right now, which is really cool. Top 8 makes playoffs, so as long as we don't, lose out, or at least pick up a few more wins, we should be locked into playoffs just fine right here, but hopefully we can continue to move forward at a much stronger record starting next week. I believe next week we face DS Gaming. Definitely going to be spending a lot of time prepping for that game, of course. Did hope you guys enjoyed this game either way. I know I kind of choked, but I really think that we should have won either way, despite the choke or not. But that's just how it is, and I do hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to go ahead and check out Spanic's side of the battle, of course, and I'll see you all next time. Later.